Well, if you could flip that little switch in your brain that told your body when it's had enough to eat or when to burn more fat, then losing weight really would be pretty simple, wouldn't it? Well, that's the idea we're discussing here today in the first of our four-part series about losing weight through hydration and hormonal balance. We'd like to welcome to the show Dr. Jay Teta, holistic physician and author of The Metabolic Effect. He's also a scientific consultant with a company called First Fruits Beverage Company. And we also have with us this morning Roger Caterino, who is the president and CEO of that company. Morning to you, gentlemen.
Good morning, Danielle. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
I am so glad you're here because I find this to be so intriguing, and I know that your product is amazing and it's a different product. What does it do to support kind of a healthy diet and exercise program? And I guess the bigger question is, what makes it different?
Yeah, you know, it's really interesting how this works, because when most people think about weight loss and body change, they think just about calories.
That's right.
Yeah, they do, but the interesting thing is it's all about hormones. And a lot of people say, well, Jade, what do you mean by hormones? The idea is that we have key hormones in our body that regulate things like whether we burn fat or not, how hungry we are, our energy levels, cravings, and things like that. What TrimFit does is balance these sensations so it makes it easier for you to stay on any weight loss program, and that's why it's different.
You know what, but here's the other thing that, and I'm sure you hear this a lot, there are a lot of people, men and women out there, who want kind of that quick fix, right, or that magic bullet to lose weight. We're not saying that's what this is.
Correct. I've been in the beverage industry 40 years. Part of what we tell people is a balanced diet, nutrition, exercise, and TrimFit, which is a patented ingredient called Trisonex that is clinically studied and proven to work naturally. And that's a big part, Danielle, of what we say it works naturally.
All right, you have piqued my curiosity. How does it work?
Well, you know, this part is a little bit of biochemistry, but I'm going to keep it really simple for you. Really, what we have in our body is the equivalent of a fuel gauge, just like the fuel gauge in your car. And what it does is it comes from your fat cells, goes up to your brain and to your thyroid and says, hey, brain, stop eating so much. So be less hungry, and also, hey, body, burn more fat. And so what TrimFit does, what this compound actually does, is keep that signal functioning. And we both know in the hectic lifestyle that we all live, that can easily get disrupted and lost. And hunger goes crazy, we get cravings, energy fluctuations, and then we make the wrong choices. And that's what this is all about.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'll be honest and say I made the wrong choices last night. Should have had one cookie, ate four. And but that's what a lot of people tend to do. And so I think that's a great point. And I know that your company has statistical data to back this up. Tell me about that.
Absolutely. The University of Minnesota took 7 years working and receiving the patent, which we have purchased from them. The proprietary formula that we developed, the Trisonex, and then we studied it in clinical studies at the University of Connecticut. And the results were amazing. The women who were on the active ingredient in 8 weeks lost an average of 20 pounds and 17% body fat and inches around the waist, buttocks, and thighs.
Oh, and those are the primary areas that I think a lot of women want to lose.
Exactly.
I do want to talk a little bit about being overweight, because according to your studies, we talk a little bit about the hormonal imbalances, and that for some people being overweight does have to do with these hormonal imbalances, right?
It absolutely does, and it's a key point that's missing from most people's approach to weight loss and body change. If we go back to that analogy of the fuel gauge hormone, imagine what would happen if the fuel gauge in your car broke, right? What you would be doing is you'd be driving around filling up all the time because you're afraid you're going to run out of gas. Well, if your body's fuel gauge breaks, what you're doing is you're eating all the time because your body does not know when it's full. Not only that, you stop burning fat efficiently. So if you don't take care of these hormonal signals in your body, you're really kind of chasing your tail constantly. And that's why we have these yo-yo diet effects, because you cannot balance and fight the willpower against your physiology. It just doesn't work long term.
But we're not suggesting here that, okay, I'm just going to drink, 2 or 3 of these a day and then, voila, I'm going to be thin, right?
That's a really great question, because no, we're not at all. I mean, obviously you have to watch and have a healthy diet and exercise program, but when you use, functional beverages and smart consumer products like this, what you can do is you can supplement the diet, because it's all hard. We're all very busy. We're on the run. We have a fast-paced society, so we need things to add on to that healthy diet and exercise program that can make a difference, and this is one of those things.
Well, I tell you what, you guys have done an amazing job of really educating the public and really being real realistic about weight loss, which I think is really probably the best thing. Listen, you've got to have a healthy diet, exercise, but this can help you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you again, gentlemen.
Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely. And if you want more information about TrimFit natural weight loss water, just visit the website. It's trimfitwater.com. And to see this segment again, just visit our website, thebalancingact.com. All right, coming up next on our series, how fiber helps our bodies naturally burn more calories every day.